Your inner voice is a liar. Do this to fix it. What if I told you that the loudest, most convincing voice you hear every single day is a liar? I'm talking about that voice inside your head, the one that keeps a perfect record of every mistake, that magnifies every flaw, and whispers that you're not good enough, not smart enough, not ready. For years, maybe your whole life, this inner critic has been your shadow. And you've listened to its poison for so long you've started to believe it, mistaking its cruel opinions for unbreakable facts. But they are not facts, they are just feelings, echoes of old wounds, and they can be broken. This isn't about faking positivity. This is about starting a revolution in your own mind. Together, we're going to walk through 7 proven steps to fire that inner critic and finally hire the inner champion you were born to be. These are real, practical tools from proven therapy that will help you rewire your entire relationship with yourself. By the end of this, you won't just have a way to silence the noise, you'll have a plan to transform it. Today is the day you stop believing the lies. Today is the day you fight back. Section 1. Meet your critic face to face. First, you have to turn and face the saboteur living in your mind. Most of us are so used to the constant, humming dread of negative self-talk that we don't even hear it anymore. It's just the soundtrack to our lives. But it's a soundtrack that's slowly stealing our confidence and our joy. Your first power move is to turn on the lights. You cannot defeat an enemy you pretend isn't there. Your inner critic thrives in the darkness, disguising itself as realism or just being honest with yourself. So for 1 week, I want you to become a detective of your own mind. Just listen. When you feel that wave of anxiety, that sting of stress, that dip into sadness, pause and ask, what did I just tell myself? Grab a journal or even just the Notes app on your phone and write down the critic's exact words. You'll start to see its playbook. Maybe it screams the loudest right before you take a risk. Maybe it attacks right after someone gives you feedback. When your boss gives you a note for improvement, your logical mind knows it's a chance to grow, but your critic shrieks, "See? You failed. You'll never be good enough." By writing that down, you pull the thought out of your head and into the light. You create a separation. You are not the thought, you are the one observing it. This simple act of awareness is the first crack in the critic's armor. But just seeing the critic isn't enough. Now we have to start dismantling its power piece by piece. Section 2. Put the lies on trial. Once you can hear the critic's voice clearly, it's time to call its bluff. Here's the secret. Your inner critic is a terrible lawyer. It doesn't operate on logic. It operates on fear. It uses absolute dramatic words like always and never. Your job is to step in as the judge and demand the evidence. When that voice says, "I always ruin everything," you need to cross-examine it. Is that really factually true? Can you think of one single time in your entire life where you didn't ruin everything? Of course you can. And in that one exception, the critic's whole argument falls apart. But now, here's the most transformative question you can ever ask yourself. A question that will become your greatest weapon. What would I say to a friend I love if they were in this exact situation? Think about it. If your best friend made this same mistake, you would never call them a failure. You'd meet them with compassion. You'd say, "This is one moment. This does not define you. You learned something, and that will make you stronger." You have to give yourself that same grace. You deserve that same kindness. This is called reframing. You're not ignoring the pain, you're searching for the truth. I can't do this becomes I can try my best, and trying is an act of courage. I'm a failure becomes I am learning, and learning is the only way to grow. This isn't fake positivity. This is you choosing radical, compassionate honesty. Now that you can see the lies and reframe them, how do you write a new truth? The next step might sound a little cliché, but it's one of the most powerful tools for rewriting the code of your mind. Section 3. Write a new story with affirmations. I know what some of you might be thinking. Positive affirmations? Really? Isn't that just cheesy, wishful thinking? I get the skepticism. We're not talking about staring in the mirror and forcing yourself to say, I am a superhero, when you feel completely powerless. That just makes the critic laugh louder. Effective affirmations work by slowly, deliberately, and believably carving new pathways in your brain. Your inner critic has had years to dig the same negative trenches in your mind. Affirmations are the tool you use to pave new roads. The secret is to make them believable to you right now. If "I am wildly successful" feels like a lie, your brain will reject it. So start with the journey, not the destination. Instead of "I am fearless," try "I am learning to move forward even when I feel fear." Instead of "I love myself completely," try "I am willing to start treating myself with more kindness." Here's your daily practice. Every morning, before the world gets loud, say 3 to 5 of these believable affirmations out loud. Let the vibration of your own voice speak a new possibility into the world. I am enough right here, right now. I have the strength to handle what comes my way today. I am open to seeing the good in myself. It will feel awkward at first, but with every repetition, you are retraining your brain. You are turning down the volume on the critic and turning up the voice of your own inner ally. But affirmations are just words. Step 4 is the game changer. It's how you turn those words into undeniable proof. Section 4. Build your case with small wins. The inner critic gets its power from making you feel overwhelmed. When you set a huge, vague goal like "get my life together" or "become successful," the critic has a feast. It points to the massive gap between where you are and where you want to be and says, "See? It's impossible. Don't even bother trying." You disarm it with strategy. You break those mountains down into tiny, walkable hills. You get ruthlessly specific. Get in shape becomes, "Today, I will walk for 15 minutes." That's it. That's the entire goal. It is specific, it is measurable, and it is absolutely achievable. And when you do it, you get a win. You must celebrate these wins. This part is not optional. Every time you complete one of these small promises to yourself, you have to pause and consciously give yourself credit. This isn't just a mental pat on the back, it's you gathering evidence for your case file. This is how you start to build that truly limitless you version of yourself brick by brick. So when the critic inevitably whispers, "You never follow through on anything," you can pull out your file and say, "Actually, the evidence shows. I've kept my promise to myself for the last 5 days straight. You are a liar?" This is how you build real, unstoppable momentum. Not on fantasy, but on the undeniable proof of your own actions. But what happens when, even with all this progress, the storm of negative thoughts feels too strong? The next step isn't about fighting harder. It's about rising higher. Section 5. Realize you are the sky, not the storm. Your thoughts are not you. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who hears your thoughts. This is the heart of mindfulness, creating a space of quiet observation between you and your endlessly chattering mind. Imagine this. You are the vast, open sky. Your thoughts are just the weather, clouds drifting by. Some are light and fluffy. Some are dark and stormy. That storm is your inner critic. But here's the truth. You are not the storm. You are the sky that holds it. You are the stillness that remains long after the storm has passed. Mindfulness teaches you to simply watch the clouds pass without getting swept away by them. When a negative thought appears, instead of believing it instantly, just notice it. Give it a name. There's the "I'm not good enough" story again. Or, "I'm having the thought that I'm going to fail." Labeling it like this turns the thought from a core identity into an external event. It's something you are observing, not something you are. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who survives them. Meditation is the gym for this mental muscle. Just 5 minutes a day can change everything. Sit and focus on your breath, or try a guided meditation on self-compassion. You're not trying to empty your mind. You're learning to let the thoughts come and go without giving them the power to ruin your day. Now that we have a tool to create space from the critic, let's add 2 more that will starve it of its favorite food: negativity. Section 6. Find your strength in gratitude and compassion. Your inner critic is obsessed with what's broken, what's missing, and what's wrong with you. Gratitude is its kryptonite. It is nearly impossible for your brain to feel deep, genuine gratitude and intense negativity in the exact same moment. Gratitude actively forces your brain to scan your life for what is good. A daily gratitude practice is one of the most powerful mindset shifts you can ever make. Every night, write down 3 specific things you are grateful for. Don't just list them, feel them. I'm grateful for the warmth of the sun on my face today. I'm grateful for my friend who really listened to me. I'm grateful for the strength in my body that carried me through the day. This practice trains your brain to find the light, even when everything feels dark. And side by side with gratitude is self-compassion. This is the ultimate rebellion against your inner critic. It is the simple decision to treat yourself with the same gentle kindness you would offer a suffering friend. When you mess up, instead of attacking yourself, you pause and say, "This is really hard right now, and it's okay that I'm hurting. This is just part of being human." Self-compassion is not an excuse for bad behavior. It is the fuel for resilience. It is the soft place to land that gives you the courage to get back up and try again. Your inner world is transforming. But there's one last step: fortifying your outer world. Section 7. Build your fortress of support. They say you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. That goes for your inner voice too. If you are surrounded by people who criticize, who gossip, who only see the worst in the world, you are trying to heal in the middle of a battlefield. Their words will become the ammunition for your own inner critic. You have to become a fierce guardian of your own energy. Intentionally seek out people who lift you up, who see your potential, and who speak with kindness. These people become a living, breathing blueprint for what a healthy inner voice sounds like. When you feel lost, you can literally borrow their perspective and ask, "What would my most supportive friend say to me right now?" And if you feel like that support system is small, then it's time to expand it. Find your mentors in books, your coaches in podcasts, your allies in online communities. Fill your ears and your mind with the voices of people who speak the language of growth, resilience, and hope. Your practice is to make one positive connection every day. A quick text to an encouraging friend. 10 minutes of an inspiring podcast. One chapter from a book that makes you feel powerful. This isn't selfish, it's survival. It is the backup you need as you learn to become your own greatest ally. Conclusion and CTA. That voice in your head is a liar. It's a broken record, a pattern you likely learned a long time ago as a strange, misguided attempt to keep you safe from failure or judgment. But you are not a prisoner of your past. You are the one with the power to press stop. You are the one who gets to choose a new song. Let's recap the mission. 1. You met the critic. 2. You put its lies on trial. 3. You started writing a new story. 4. You're building proof of your power with small wins. 5. You're realizing you are the sky, not the storm. 6. You're rewiring your brain with gratitude and compassion. And 7. You are building your fortress. This is a journey. It takes practice. But every single time you challenge a negative thought, every time you choose compassion over criticism, you are taking your power back. If this spoke to you, drop one lie your inner critic tells you, and one truth you're choosing instead. Your story could change someone else's life. And if you're ready to rise higher, subscribe to Limitless You, because this is where your journey to unstoppable begins. You are worth the fight. You've got this.